Dr. Ryan Livingston here to show you some stretches. This one is predominantly for the low back, the hips, and the pelvis. There are no stretches that are just going to be for your low back because you're always going to be involving the sacrum, the pelvis. Those are these areas here, this blocky, bony joint down here. That's called your sacrum, the pelvis, and then the low back. The exercise we're going to be doing today is for the hamstrings, which attach back here, and they go down the back of your leg. These guys right here. It's also going to be for the low back because the hamstrings attach across the knee, and then they attach all the way up to the hip, and they attach into some muscles that also attach to the low back. Okay, so this stretch is going to be great for those. We're going to be lengthening and opening up the hips. Okay, so what's that going to look like? This is kind of the modern day equivalent of this hamstring exercise, which you've probably been taught, where you stand up straight, you lock your knees out, then you bend straight down as far as you can. Okay, most people don't have this much flexibility. I don't necessarily like that exercise. If you want to do that, the equivalent would be, instead of locking your knees out, slight bend, which is really hard to see in the video because you can't see my knees, but it's go fully locked out and then come just a little bit outside of that lockout. Okay, so relax your knees just a little bit. And then from there, you're still going to keep that exact same position the whole way down. Okay. Then hands are going to touch. Okay, so what I'm about to teach you is my equivalent of that exercise. I'm going to show you at an angle. You're going to open up the hips. Okay, so one hip comes forward, the other goes back. Okay, so you start with a lunge, and notice about 90 degrees here. What's that mean? That means like it's a right angle. Okay, from here you're going to take the back leg back a little bit on your knee, and you're gonna sit into the hips here, lean in, arm comes down. From here, you're gonna breathe in, and as you breathe out, you don't move your hips, you just extend your back up. So I'm still pushing into the movement. Okay, from here, you're gonna get a really good hamstring stretch by going like this. The knees and the foot stay in the same place, but the ankle stays there and the toe comes up. You sit back like this, okay? Notice my butt is touching my heel here. And then from here, I'm going to come up a little bit like this. And now I'm going to keep this leg here, and I'm gonna move through my hips. They come down. As I bring my toe up, holy cow, I'm getting a huge stretch in my calves, all the way up my hamstrings. I'm gonna go to stretch so I feel it. It's a pretty good pain sensation, a nerve stretching sensation. From here, I'm gonna breathe in. And as I breathe out, I sit into the stretch a little more, deep breath in. And as I breathe out, I get a little bit more into the stretch, okay? And then from there, I'm gonna come back up, kind of hang out here for a minute, then I'm gonna go back into the stretch. And then you just keep repeating that, okay? Repeat the stretch series where you take 3 breaths in. You're gonna repeat that 12 times, 12 to 15 times, okay? And you're gonna hold the stretch for a total of about 15 to 20 seconds, okay? That's a great stretch for the hamstrings and also the hips and the low back. If you haven't watched my videos on diaphragmatic breathing, please do those as well. It teaches you a lot about breath work, and those can be translated into any exercises that we're doing, okay? We'll see you on our Instagram channel or our YouTube channel. Thanks for joining. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe and like button and share it with some friends and family. And if you know that they haven't had their spine and x-rays taken, just like for you, please have them do that before they do any exercises, because it might not be a great exercise for them. Talk to you soon.